This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 1363, The Ruse, by Kacie Main of CaseyMain.com, and I'm Justin Malik. Happy Wednesday, hope you're having a great week, and welcome back to Optimal Living Daily, or the OLD podcast, where I read to you from some of the best blogs I can find and get permission from. I'm supposed to be in Washington, D.C. this week. If you're in the area and want to meet, get in touch at oldpodcast.com or on Instagram at oldpodcast. And thank you to Gusto. If you have a business or you know someone who does, you probably know that small business owners like myself wear a lot of hats. And some of those hats are totally great, but some, like filing taxes and running payroll, for example, are not so great. That's where Gusto comes in. Gusto makes payroll, taxes, and HR actually easy for small businesses. Fast, simple payroll processing, benefits, and expert HR support all in one place. Gusto automatically pays and files your federal, state, and local taxes so that you don't have to worry about it. Plus, they make it easy to add on health benefits and even 401ks for your team. Those old school, clunky payroll providers just weren't built for the way modern small businesses work. But Gusto is. I use it. I have been for years. Now's the time to get started, so don't wait. Listeners get 3 months free when they run their first payroll. Try a demo and see for yourself at gusto.com/old. That's gusto.com/OLD. For now, let's get right to it and start optimizing your life. The Ruse, by Kacie Main of CaseyMain.com. I recently heard poet, author, teacher, and certified dream therapist Roger Kamenetz say in an interview that our dreams are just the script, a ruse to invoke feelings. He explained it isn't what happens in the dream that matters, but instead the feelings surfaced by the dream that provides the real insight into our lives. This piqued my interest. I've always been curious about and entertained by my dreams, and I've had many moments looking up interpretations the morning after a random or particularly intense one, but I've never done any real research into them. I've never investigated what the dream researchers, therapists, and psychologists say about what our subconscious is up to while we're sleeping. So I turned to Google. But this time I avoided the lure of the many dream dictionary websites and looked for the real research. I quickly came across the Dream Studies Portal, an education blog started by dream researcher Ryan Hurd. Unsure of how much true science exists in dream analysis and always the skeptic, I checked out Ryan's resume and found it was full of academic presentations, contributions to books and peer-reviewed publications, and teaching experience. Apparently, more people study dreams than I realized. Ryan's site seemed legitimate, so I decided it was a good place to start. First, I read an article about renowned psychiatrist and psychoanalyst Carl Jung and his theories on dreams. Essentially, he believed that we are all in conflict with ourselves. He taught that one of the ways we work to resolve that inner conflict is by using dreams to integrate our conscious with our subconscious. Jung called this process individuation. According to the Dream Studies Portal, individuation is best described as the mind's quest for wholeness. This makes sense with Roger's Ruse comment. If it's all about feelings, perhaps our dreams are doing the work of confronting the feelings we consciously avoid. In our mind's quest to resolve any and all inner conflict, it uses dreams to show us the feelings we refuse to face when we are awake. We may not be ready to confront them in real life, so our subconscious packages them into a movie to watch while we sleep as a reminder that those feelings exist. The problem is, when thinking about our dreams, so often we get caught up in the movie script. Who was there, what was happening, and what does it all mean? But maybe we are missing the point. According to Jung, dreams don't predict the future, replay the past, or symbolize something happening in our present like so many dream books would have us believe. Rather, they are showing us our deep-rooted thoughts and feelings. It isn't what happens in the dream that matters. The point is how we feel about what happens. The next article introduced me to Calvin Hall, a behavioral psychologist who focused on the cognitive dimensions of dreaming. In his book, The Meaning of Dreams, Hall wrote, quote, "The images of a dream are the concrete embodiments of the dreamer's thoughts. These images give visual expression to that which is visible, namely conceptions," end quote. He then went on to outline 5 important concepts that dreams provide insight to: concept of self, concept of others, concept of the world, concept of impulses and desires, and concept of problems and conflicts. It's an interesting way to look at our dreams. We tend to focus on who the characters are and what they say or do, or the circumstances we find ourselves in and how we react. But maybe the who, what, where, and when aren't what they appear to be. According to Hall, they are a reflection of us and our understanding of life. So a dream about our mother isn't necessarily about our mother at all. Instead, it could be showing us our thoughts on authority or feelings on opposing views, or even a perception we have of ourselves. It's so easy to look at the surface level of the dream and assign meaning to it, but perhaps the value in dream interpretation is always bringing it back to what it reveals about us, looking inward instead of outward. I love this concept because it makes dreams that much more interesting. It provides an entire new level in which to view them, a deeper level, one that holds more significance and meaning for our lives. And then I started thinking, what if the same is true for life? Maybe the script, the daily who, what, when, and where, isn't what really matters. Instead, maybe it too is just a ruse to reveal our inner workings, our perceptions, thoughts, feelings, joys, and struggles. Perhaps like dreams, the purpose of daily life is to resolve our inner conflicts. Maybe all of it is insight into the state of our psyche, showing us which parts may need repair. All of it serves an important purpose of helping us become whole. In that case, it doesn't matter if we get cut off in traffic, denied a promotion, or have our heart broken. What truly matters in life is how we see it, how we feel about it, and how that plays into our concept of self. We are always either healing or deepening the hurt. If we view life this way, significance begins to shift, and what we allow to define us takes on a new shape. All of a sudden, it doesn't matter what job we hold, what car we drive, or the house we live in. There's no meaning in our education level, relationship status, or retirement fund. These are all just part of the script, ruses used to surface our feelings. The significance lies in the feelings and how they shape our view of the world. Are we humble, grateful, and optimistic? Or are we selfish, power-hungry, and negative? Perhaps what life is really trying to show us through all the plot twists and turns is how to heal ourselves. Every moment of pain, discomfort, hatred, judgment, jealousy, and anger is uncovering a wound that needs work. Dreams may be where our subconscious handles the healing process, but life is where we take the stage. You just listened to the post titled The Ruse by Kacie Main of CasieMain.com. I thought that was a super interesting one, didn't go where I expected it to. Hope you enjoyed that one too. And thank you again to Gusto. Gusto offers modern, easy payroll, benefits, and HR to small businesses across the country. They were even named Best Online Payroll by PC Mag. Get 3 months free when you run your first payroll at gusto.com/old. That's gusto.com/OLD. All right, I'll leave it at that. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you for being here and listening to me and for subscribing to the show. I'll be back tomorrow reading to you. So I'll see you there where your optimal life awaits.